know, it don't take much to show homage, to pay homage to the Most High in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And because most people have been misguided on what this shit really is, you've been wasting your fucking time. You know what I mean? You've been wasting your time and you've been giving misleading praise. You've been praising something that'll never be what you think it is. You know, a long time ago, I think I said this in one of my bills too. I said a long time ago, I didn't like how people was trying to put labels or titles on something so great. So I refused to give it the name that people said it was, right? Especially having that middleman in between me telling me how I need to serve or all that shit. I hated that shit. That shit, it didn't sit right with my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my ass cut for it as a kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't like it and I wasn't gonna do it. Nobody was gonna make me do it, like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that defiance in me, you know what I mean? See, because what's going to happen, and if people can live long enough to see this shit take place, what's going to happen is you're going to see that none of the stories is real. You're going to see that none of the outcomes that motherfuckers said was going to happen is real, because that's just somebody speaking towards what they want to take place or trying to manifest shit they want to take place. It is what it is. Like, when you come back to your house, you want your shit left the way the fuck you left it. Period. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. You want your shit to be the same way you left it. Everything all in our ways is taught. So even all this deceit and bullshit that we be dealing with, these lies and manipulation, you motherfuckers is idiots. Period. You know what I mean? Y'all idiots, man, because y'all think that self-serving shit is how it's supposed to be. How the fuck you don't raise your own morale? How the fuck you don't raise your own morale? You need to be giving love and paying that homage to the divine principle. That's all. That's all. You can regenerate the right situation for yourself. Just put respect into the divine. Nobody's special. Everybody's special. You know what I'm saying? Especially the original divine people. All the titles and circumstances that might have taken place, it don't even matter at this point anymore. What really matters is how well you do with your connection for yourself. Confirmation. Sacrifice yourself for the divine. Keep yourself daily for the divine, and do it tomorrow as you do it today. We are light beings because we absorb light. We absorb light. Think about that for a minute. We absorb light, just like every fucking thing on this earth. Think about what I'm saying. We absorb light. And if you had an opportunity to be here and to help that process take place, and you faltered on that to satisfy yourself, I feel for you. I feel for you, because everything is recorded. Everything is recorded. It's crazy. You know, my grandfather died, right? The very next night I had a dream. In a dream I had, I visited him on his own planet. You know what I mean? Almost like that Dragon Ball Z joint when King Kai had his own planet or whatever, his little small planet. Like I visited my grandpa on his own planet, and he took me to the water that was circulating, and he showed me through the water all the TV screens on the earth, all the screens that was wrapped around the earth, everything that's showing something, everything that's showing something. And in the dream, I was like, I don't want to go back down there. He was like, you got to. I was like, nah, Grandpa, I don't want to go back. He's like, you got to. He didn't say these words, he just shook his head. And he was looking at me. And see, me and my grandfather, we kind of identical through times and shit. Like, different times in our existence, we look exactly alike, like to a T, depending on the time. Understand what that means. I said, depending on certain times of existence, me and my grandfather look identical. And it's crazy because how long ago it was that he passed away. He was showing me everything that's happening right now. Like everything that's happening right now. It's not nothing that's not going on I didn't see take place in some form. And we are so fucking idiotic as far as a culture. Like, we will entertain this shit. Everything that's going on in the world, we will literally entertain this shit. Instead of saying, nah, that's a child of the sun right there. What are you doing? No, I'm not involved in myself in that. That's a child of the sun. That's a child of the sun. That's a child of the sun. I'm not involving myself in that. Niggas out here like they whole fucking, and so you gotta understand all the concepts that had us so hard and in a mentality of gangster awareness. It was to protect the original people. What's the original people? The original people is who have the original concept of what life is. Moreover than that, deeper past that awareness is that the original people are the children of the sun. NAGA, NagaNeter, Nupanuku, Nuka, Pa, Nukaku. So even if you're not a child of the sun, and you are still trying to protect what the divine set here in motion, then you had a place. And you know it's crazy because I remember I was in when I was young, I was in the religious aspect with my parents or whatever, you know what I mean? And I remember sitting in there and I was like telling one of the dudes, I was like, shit, you supposed to be a steward. You ain't supposed to be telling people this shit right here. And he's like, what you mean? I was like, you are only here to protect the fact of what the divine placed here. They made sure they reversed those polarities and changed it up to be what they wanted it to be. Everybody got a place, but it ain't the place you think you got. You know what I'm saying? And because you watching how things play out, you believe that's how it's supposed to be for you. Unconditional love, and I'm starting to learn even more now, you know what I'm saying, watching how things take place, deciphering the connections and getting the vibrations. Unconditional love was really supposed to be placed here for the stewards. Because if they had unconditional love for their pretense, then they'll make sure at any means necessary that the seeds of the divine will grow in this right. Everybody got something to say. Nobody never want to listen to the truth. Something's always more important than what's not important. There's so much loss, and all that's gonna come back. It's gonna rock the minds, cause like, just think about it. What if? And I'm gonna give you a scenario real quick. Everything that lost everything, right? And the things that were strong enough to make it through certain things, and they still here. They losing parts of them by the intake that's given to them or forced upon them to take because of whatever reason. What if the son say, you know what? I want it all back. And it starts giving every piece of vibrational mineral energy back to everything dead and alive. So then you start seeing the dead come out the ground, like wondering how that happened because the sun put it back. The memory of everything in existence is in the sun. So it's nothing that can't be remade or relayed back into existence.